but it's not my job to judge you. There's only one judge.
Mm.
And that's a big job that I don't want. So
Yeah.
give it to you, God.
Wow. So, how are you so positive all the time? Or why are you so? Because for sure, it's something you have to do on your own. It's a choice. No?
Honestly, so I didn't grow up with any like faith in my life. My mom grew up
Okay.
in the Catholic Church in the 60s, and I think, you know, that was a different thing. So she kind of was like, I don't want to put anything on you. And, you know, plus I think at the time kind of, my mom was young. I mean, she wasn't that far removed from it, you know, but, so I didn't grow up with anything.
Okay.
And, but when I moved out here, and I won't get into like how it all happened,
Yeah.
but when I became a Christian,
Okay.
like I tell you, like that changed something in me where there is just that, like, it just changed me in the way I see everything, you know, like I feel like before that I was living in a black and white world, and now my world is like Technicolor, like 2.0. So I find joy in everything, you know, and just in people. And it's a challenge, but guess what? We all have challenges.
Yeah.
You know, and my thing is I'm not trying to like convert anybody. I'm not like that kind of person. Like I'm not. But if I can plant a seed through my actions and through the way that, you know, I behave, or the way I speak to you, you know, or whatever. And my job is my job, I don't like job. My responsibility is to just love, you know, as someone who's really walking that walk and on that journey. So be positive. Everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to let that limit me or, you know, get in the way of what my real purpose is on earth at this time. And that's just to love.
Wow. That's huge. So, with you being I would say with you being a person of faith, is it now because you know someone is there or something is there, and he's got, you know, like a set of certain things you kind of have to, not have to do, but you're like, wow, okay, so, you know, certain things are good. You're like, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Is that kind of how you see certain things? You're like,
I just want to be like, it's sort of like I'm a representative. Like I feel like, you know, when you represent, you can't, I mean, do I make mistakes? Yes, I make a million mistakes a day.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, never going to be, you know, you know, we all sin. We all, you know, and I have to be, I don't want to use all that, you know, language on this.
Fine, it's fine.
But you know what I mean? We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. We're all going to like F up. Like, but at the same time, when I'm interacting with people, first of all, you never know who's watching you. You just never know who sees. Like the other day, this man at the store was like, I'm just so thankful that you talk to your son, that you're not demeaning him, yelling at him, and, you know, or just, you know, talking down to him. He's like, it's so refreshing. You give me hope.
Wow.
You just never know. But I want, when I just try to give people the respect and courtesy, and you know, you never know what someone's going through. And it mean, I'm not going to sit and like preach to you. I don't, you know, but I do want to practice kindness in a very unkind world right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's huge, because you, like, for people who are, I guess, they're on their phones, or like, oh, so I'm told to think a certain way because of like a war that's gonna happen. Yeah, if it happens, or you should do this, you
No,
should
don't
do
get me
that.
started on that.
Why not? So mainly, you just want, I guess, us to kind of just be us, but in like I would say like a more awesome way, to just spread love.
And I don't want to sound like some like hippy dippy weirdo, like no, but it's true. Like I feel like there's so many things going on that are like so divisive and just so ugly, and just that I want to combat that with love and kindness, and treating people right, and not getting all caught up in the mess. It's I don't want to get distracted by that personally.
Distracted.
You know, I just want to focus on what I know, what I know I'm called to do. And that's to love and be, to love others. Like it sounds, I don't know. I don't know.
Sounds cliche.
But it's true. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so, if someone is in need, if someone needs help with something, if someone is really having a like bad day, and you're just like, let me buy you a cup of coffee and let's talk about it. Whatever it is,
Wow.
If someone going through someone I know was going through a divorce, here, I brought some dinner over for her kids and for herself.
Wow.
Little things like that. It doesn't have to be like all kumbaya, like, but, just practice kindness, to other people. And that's what I want to teach my son. We made cookies for his class last night. He helped me, and we're making cookies, and just because.
Wow.
We like you guys. We care about you.
And that's gonna show him, be like, I don't know why we're baking cookies.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
But then when he's older, he'd be like, oh, they loved it. And for what he got from that, of course, he was with you. But,
He's
like
a great baker.
Oh, okay, nice. So yeah, he's only 4, and he's already seen small little things from you, because.
But it's up to us. Like, it's a privilege to be a parent, and I just feel so blessed, like that I get to be a mom at home with him, that's available for him, that I speak life into my child. I love on him, and I think that they're just such a gift. And I think about my grandchildren. This is what I'm teaching him.
To go down.
And then this is what, when he sees mom and dad, I want him to then, when it's time for him to pick a partner, and have these values, that this is, this is really important, that this is the foundation, and I think that if you don't treat it like it is, I just say a privilege, it's an absolute privilege, then I don't know. I'm going to pray for you too.
All right. Yeah. Let's hop into your hubs.
We have goals as a family, and he feels like his job is his calling, and I love that about him. I love that he works hard to provide not only for us, but for other families. I love that he takes his job so seriously. I love that he cares so much about the satisfaction from customers, and I just even like employee, like he cares so much. That's beautiful to me.
Yeah.
I first of all, I love him. He's a handsome guy, so that's not like that makes it easy, but when you really love somebody, this isn't our forever. This is our right now. This is a season. This is a season. And sometimes you just got to suck it up.
Yeah.
But I feel thankful and I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing. So we just have this mindset as a couple. Is it easy? Not always, but pick your hard. Pick your hard. I'd rather have that hard than, going through something that could be devastating.
Yeah.
It's fine. It is what it is. And, we have, we have just a shared mindset, a shared goal, and it is what it is. And I love him. He's a fidgety. He fidgets.
Yeah.
Like the fidgeting.
Yeah.
Stop fidgeting.
Yeah, like I have to have. Yeah. I mean, just or
why?
tap
Why?
or like your foot.
Why?
He's bored.
No, he's got too much because he's always doing something. Like he's someone who needs to always be, and so it's like
be active.
Whatever, just do whatever you gotta do. I don't know.
Tap. That's
So.
How did you guys do that as in to be on that same page? Because I have time, but time to sit there and talk, or just you're like time, hey, yeah, you're on the couch, you're in that room, you're doing your own thing, or time with each other and you guys talk about values, goals, all that.
Well, I've always been a little bit behind because honestly I think it's because I'm a couple years younger, and honestly he just, over time, he's just taken on, but it always took me a minute to kind of line up. Because I think for me, I had this I had kind of like a fear of, I don't want to say, I think I just lagged a little bit.
Okay.
I just, sometimes with relationships, one person may be here and another person, it may take them a little minute to if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I saw a conversation. He, and really when we kind of, he came back to his faith first. And funny how God works. When we had that conversation, I was like, well, you better get a divorce lawyer too, because I am not, nope. And look at me now.
Oh.
And it's beautiful. But because it's not always about us. I think sometimes, and this is just a thing with, looking at things, just my life and just maturing and evolving. And we put faith at the center. So I know that this isn't, the center of our marriage, center of everything. And also relationships aren't always 100 and 100. They're not always 50-50. Sometimes it's, 75-25. And what I find more satisfying now is creating an environment that restores him and helps him rest and helps him refresh.
Okay.
That's a big thing I like. I like refreshment.
Yeah.
And that's love, I don't need to necessarily sit and hang out with you for days on end.
Okay.
I'm busy. I got stuff to do too. But, it took us time to get to where we're at, but I think we're in a great space in terms of marriage, in terms of, and that means with anything can happen. We're just strong, and it took a long time to get there. And a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of, we used to fight a lot. Oh my gosh, in the early years. Oh, but we didn't know each other.
Oh, okay.
After a year, you can't possibly really know somebody.
No.
Mm-mm. So we know each other.
Yeah.
And I respect him. I respect him for being the leader of our family and just being this faithful man who works really hard. And I love him so much that, you know, that keeps the love alive. You know, that keeps the love. Just loving this person for who they are. Like, but I'm grateful that we have that. I mean, it provides a wonderful life, you know, and so what? Am I going to complain?
That's love. I'm going to tear up. She's like, bro.
No.
All right. Sorry. One more thing. Your gym life. So, how do you stay fit up to the point, as in your mindset? Like, what holds you to keep on at it at the gym? Staying healthy, or I just want to look swolled out or cut up, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, what keeps you at the gym? You know, because it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm chilling. I want to, hey, let's just chill out. Let's eat ice cream, which is awesome. But yeah, like, what holds you there? What just keeps you going?
Genuinely love it.
Okay.
When you look at people that maybe aren't able to move or like move their bodies, they have mobility issues.
Okay.
You have an appreciation for what your body. I have an appreciation for what my body can do.
Okay.
You know, I just came off of a 3-month break and it was torturous. Oh my gosh. So like and it's very humbling. And that's the other thing now. Now I'm being humbled because I'm not necessarily in the shape that I was in a year ago. Mm-hmm. And I don't have the same strength level that it like, and so it's like, okay, for me, it's almost like I'm kind of competing with myself. Like, oh, I got to get back. Okay. We got to, you know, I got to get back to not necessarily well, yes, the physical condition, but also performance wise, you know? And so, but I genuinely love it. I've always been that way. Like I got a gym membership at 18 years old in college that I could not afford, but I was like, you know what? I want this. I loved it. My husband doesn't understand it. He's like, he thinks it's silly. And I'm like, well, whatever. It's not for you. And it's not for everyone. Okay. But for me, and then when you want to put a little faith on top of that, you know, we're made in God's image, you know. It's like, so for me, when you look at it like that, like, wow, fearfully and wonderfully made. Wow, we are really like masterpieces here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to treat my body right. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to, you know, feed my mind. That's the other thing too. I think what you're seeing, what you're listening to,
scrolling, yeah.
You know, so for me, I really try to like keep things healthy and positive that I can apply to my life. You know, I don't really get caught up on, you know, I used to be the worst Housewives watcher. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what I don't watch TV anymore. You know, so I just love it. I love, you know, and also where I train, those people are so motivating, and you know, it's a real community of people that you see day in and day out, just working so hard. How can that not motivate you?
Yeah.
And I think that that's really important outside of the gym. Look at the people you surround yourself with. You know, if you want to make any kind of change in your life, like, or, you know, just get into something new, or, you know, whatever it is, look at who you're surrounding yourself with.
Yeah.
You know.
That's huge. Even with us, and you have whoever else that you have to be around, or to actually raise, you know, who do you want them around? If they, you know, aren't doing great things, they'll probably be like, oh, so that's acceptable. I'm gonna start doing that.
My kid will just tattle, but you know, we're working on that. I'm like, dude, don't be a snitch.
Oh shit.
Please.
Dang.
Just keep it to yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that's true, you know. So, I mean, and with Lucas, I can't shelter him from the, you know, I can't. You know, I can do my best, but then it's like it's a healthy balance. Like I want him to have that moral compass. You make that, right from wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it could backfire if you shelter a child too much, and then they're out in the world just going buck wild. So that's not always ideal. That they're going to see things, they're going to do things, you're going to make mistakes. Like even if he does something now, I try to create an opportunity to learn from the mistake versus you're in trouble. Oh, because then they get scared. He's going to get scared and I don't want you scared of me.
Yeah.
That personally, and that may work in some other parenting, but we know our son and what works for him. I don't want you scared. Let's just talk through this so next time we make a better choice.
And then he'll actually think about it. It's like, no, don't do that. But like, why am I being punished for something I don't even know what I'm being punished for?
And the punishing thing too, like I don't want to punish my son.
Okay.
I want to discipline him when it's necessary. And that, if for him right now, what works is taking away things that matter to him. So, that's what works. But I think all kids are different. You got to kind of figure out your kid.
Yeah.
But I want my son to, because he's going to see things. He's going to have friends that are going to do stuff. He's going to be offered, whatever. But to know right from wrong. And if he does have an error in judgment, that he can talk to his parents. You can talk to your parents.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a big, I guess, key point right there. Being open with the person you're being raised by, but still to kind of know that they are all right. Because you have, I would say, you got a lot of people who don't have a mom and dad. They're raised by their aunts, uncles, or whoever, right? But to be open with them.
Absolutely. I think that that's so important. Like, as you navigate through childhood, adolescence, teenage years, even adulthood, like, you need someone safe to go to. You need support, because you're gonna do, like, trust me, I have lived. When I think of myself at, like, the time that I met my husband, I mean, I was oh my gosh.
What, you're a mess?
I think a lot of people were, but yes, I was hot mess, express 2.0, off the rails.
Yeah.
And I wish I had someone that I felt that I could, that could help me, help guide me, or someone I could go to and just, be like, I made a lot of mistakes, a lot, and we all make mistakes, but I think having someone in your life, and it may be a neighbor, it may not be a family, person, I think that's it's so important, but I want my son, I don't want my son to go to somebody else, and he may, but I want that to always be there for him, that no matter what, you can always talk to us. Well, I get mad if you lie, but he knows now not to lie.
Yeah.
So even if he does something naughty and he tells the truth, he knows it'll be okay. Let's talk about this.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end it. Is there anything else you want to share with the people? You've already, so much of the knowledge that you've helped me, for sure.
Oh.
Like,
thank you.
It's rare that you see somebody like you being so positive, uppity, I just think kids, for sure, they just need to be them and not hushed up so much. Of course, certain things you don't do, like you have people, it's like, don't touch the bottom apple, but they have to learn.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why? No, don't touch that. And then they leave them like, no, look at gravity. Hey, look at this falls. This is going to happen. You have to learn certain things, what not to do.
Yeah.
Like something small with that, up on the apple that it all falls, but like a hot stove.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to have you get burned and you get blisters.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that. I'll I'll show you as in like, hey, this is hot.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah. Be there for them. All that love. Like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Hey, I don't know either. Let's try this out.
Yeah.
But I just seen it's not there as much anymore. Because I get it. You have a mom and dad who are working long days, and they have the kid, and they have to go home. Oh, I have to take care of you, and they're like, hey, you go over there, you do your thing. I'm on your thing. Which if that's gonna help you in life, awesome. But just kind of see what it's gonna do long term.
Right. But I think also, like, and I feel for parents that, like, if they're working long days and then they've got to go home and parent the kids, and that's got to be difficult. I feel compassion. Like I'm not judgmental. My situation is my situation. I just feel compassion because that's not easy. That's not easy.
Oh, it's no.
And I think my only hope in a situation like that is that they still look at it as a privilege and not as a burden, and grace given to all the people that even like my mom. My mom was a single mom.
Yeah.
It was, and she was great, but yeah, we're all just trying to do our best.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our best with the tools that we have,
Wow, that's.
And I feel I'm blessed that I get to stay home. When we're just more traditional anyway, which is funny because there was nothing traditional about us when we met. But, that works for us. That wouldn't work for everybody.
Yeah.
Some women would be pulling their hair out, like, get me out of this house,
Yeah.
But we're all just trying to do our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah, and you have to act on that and not just let the life just hit you. It will, but
we're resilient.
Ooh.
And we're made to be resilient. And I think that's a muscle sometimes for some people. And I think also too, if you're just getting hit, it's easy to stay in the defeat, but you're not defeated. Like, rise up, and that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. And just put one foot in front of the other. Sometimes it just, that one foot for like a second, and just be like, and then do it again.
Dang. Yeah. It's crazy. But you have to do it.
No one's going to do it for you.
Oof. So we'll hike with that. I have had, I've sat with people who also say that as well. And then you got a lot of people out there that are like, that's kind of harsh. But no one's going to do it for you.
But nobody is. Here's the thing. Nobody's coming to save you.
Dang.
I mean, well, there is, but
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But really, we are in charge of our lives, and if you're in a circumstance or something, you can't expect people. People can help you to a degree, but ultimately it's up to you. Like, I can offer support and I can help you. Any way that I can help somebody, yes. But at the same time, ultimately, your life is up to you. You live it, how you choose to live it. And sometimes people will be in a challenging situation and can't see their way out of it. And when you get sick of being in it, you could just take that little micro step or that micro different choice, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to be harsh because I don't, but
Be harsh.
no, but it's true. It's true though. Like, I can't expect somebody to come save me.
Yeah.
Out of a, whatever. I think about it like, God forbid if something happened to my husband.
Yeah.
I would have to figure it out. I can't just sit there.
Yeah.
And be like,
all right. let's let our state take care of us.
No, I mean, I don't know.
It
And
helps.
I don't judge people that need
Yeah.
assistance at all. You know,
I had assistance.
yeah, I don't. There's no judgment for that. But I really believe that there's something in us, and I think that it might be hard if you've been, depending on how you were spoken to, or what you grew up seeing,
Okay.
that maybe you can't see your way out of something, you know. But look, it's sort of like you hood. So say like bringing it back to hood life or whatever. There could
Air
be
quotes.
no, because I don't like it.
Yeah,
but,
I got you.
So you can have an environment like that, and there could be, say, this young boy who's seeing the environment around him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying, you know what, I don't want this for myself. You know, it may not be cool to be in books and doing homework, and it may be cool to be doing other stuff, but that kid is staying focused.
Yeah.
And getting, you know, and guess what? He applies for college
Yeah.
and gets in
Yeah.
with scholarships.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, dude, I'm going to go for my master's.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for my PhD. Nobody saved him. He did it himself. You have to make a choice.
Dang.
You know? And whatever your circumstances are, you don't have to stay there. It may feel like you're like, how do I get out of, how do I change this?
Yeah.
But you can write it down, put together a plan.
Dang. I'm about to do that right now. No. Wow. Thank you for. I want a straw. Look at her. She's fancy. She got a
With my
up in the shaker cup.
my dandelion tea.
Dang. Shredded. I just want to say thank you so much for, of course, to be here, but to also be open.
Oh yeah.
Because it's rare, but you're a rare one, and it's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's pretty cool. It took 2 months ish to get this
It's
set up.
probably longer than that.
It took a while. So
you
if you're out there and you're like,
sorry.
no.
Go ahead.
If you're like, oh, I want to sit with somebody, or whatever, or like up on a date, or all this kind of stuff, it will work out if you want it to. Yeah, like for us to sit down and talk was like what? It was
a
a
long
minute.
time.
Months.
Months.
But, I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Hey, here it is, right? But you were gonna say something. Sorry, I
No.
totally forgot.
No, you didn't. You're fine.
No, you
What was I gonna say? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I
See?
don't even know.
See? Smart.
That's I have mom brain, so I don't know half the time. I'm just just going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for being here. You're awesome.
You're welcome.
Swolled out.
Okay, stop it.
Look at her.
Stop.
All right. I don't believe it. But yeah, I hope everybody out there, you learned something, or if you want to go back and watch this on a certain, like a certain thing she said, awesome. Do that as well. But we're going to end that. Thank you guys so much. And you just tune in.
Honestly,
it's coming.
If I sometimes I get in a little like what I call I tell my son I'm just in focus mode. But I don't want to offend anybody with anything that I don't want to offend.
Okay.
I really honestly everything that I say, even though sometimes it may be a little more
Strong or harsh? No.
firm. I don't like
Firm.
harsh. I just
Strong. Say strong?
Yeah.
Strong?
But it's all rooted in love. Like it really is.
Okay.
It's all rooted in love. I really love you. If you're in some challenging stuff right now, devise a plan and get out of it. But I don't want to sound like a jerk. Like I'm not. It's like I am. I really love.
She's crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, well this happened. She's like, oh yeah, positive. I'm like, I need that in my life. Yeah, I all the positives. I want positives.
Yeah.
Hence why I wanted to have her on the Raw Grass podcast, because of raw, and you're trying to just grab certain things from certain people. All positive though, right? All positive.
Well.
All positive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm just like, oh, I'm just so, no, it's, I get upset with things, but like, I don't let it stay with me.
Okay.
What does it do?
You're like, let's just huff off and drag it, right? Drag it. Okay. She's like, bro, just stop singing.
Yeah, no, but really, it's true. Like, what if you're staying upset? Like, what does that do? It's like it's like a cancer inside to me. Like, I can't stay mad. Like, all right, moving on.
That's awesome. So we're gonna end it, or
yes,
what?
We're ending it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that though, because I don't want to. I don't
you.
want to sound like I'm being mean, or like I don't want to I don't want to offend anybody by what I say.
Well, if they're offended, well, that's their problem, right? You
It's true, but
that's
still.
I'm kidding. So you see how positive she is?
Still.
You kidding me? Look at that. She's modest. Look at you.
Wait.
Look at that.
Stop.
It's all good. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Thank you.
And so is your son Lucas, and your hubby. Your hubby? Your husband.
I just say my husband.
Or your love.
My husband. He is my love, but he's my husband.
All right. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank
Peace.
you.